Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm on my game, skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Floyd Mayweather recently explained why Tank Davis would struggle against Shakur Stevenson, positioning Shakur as the division's premier talent. According to Floyd, Stevenson possesses superior defensive skills and impeccable timing that would allow him to systematically dismantle Davis in the ring.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there.
When questioned about facing elite competition, Stevenson has expressed unwavering confidence about a potential Davis matchup. He stated publicly that he possesses all the necessary tools to control and overwhelm Tank when they eventually meet.
You and Tank is a fight that should happen. It absolutely should happen. And I believe it will. I mean, you guys are both in charge of your career. I think it's a good style matchup. Like you said, the networks are out of the way. The promoters are out of the way. He's flexible, you're flexible. I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
It's the best versus the best.
Absolutely right.
Let's make the best fight in boxing happen.
And when you guys meet, how does that fight play out?
Man, I ain't gonna give you no game plan.
You think I'm gonna jump on the phone with Tank right after?
No, I will tell you this. I'm gonna come out victorious.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I stand by.
Boxing insiders report that the highly anticipated Davis-Stevenson bout is gaining serious traction behind the scenes. Industry sources suggest September could be the target month for this massive showdown, assuming both camps can finalize contract terms and logistics.
As reports are coming out and debates are taking place about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fighting in September.
Stevenson has described this potential clash as boxing's most significant fight, one that would capture unprecedented global attention and define the sport's current landscape.
I'm very confident. I know that Tank tired of me talking, so if he tired of me talking, shut me up. So
he won't even say your name. I hear he won't even say your name.
Yeah, he won't even say my name right now. So I mean, let him come shut me up. Let's see what he really want to do. I mean, I think he's confident in his abilities. I'm very confident in my abilities. So it gotta happen. It's the biggest fight out there in all the sports. I think that's the Super Bowl right there.
I could not agree more with you. How do you think it would go? Do you put him down? Do you beat him on the cards? How do you think it would wind up?
I ain't gonna say my game plan. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know he's strategizing already. I'm strategizing, and I'm very focused. Like, I'm so focused right now. People don't understand how I feel. So all I'm thinking about is boxing. All that's on my mind is boxing.
During a TMZ interview, Stevenson emphasized that facing Tank carries far more weight than fighting Devin Haney. He views the Davis bout as the ultimate test that would establish lightweight division supremacy and generate massive fan interest across the boxing world.
You and Devin fight, and do that soon.
I think both fights is the fights. I think both fights is great fights. Honestly, I think me and Tank is like a bigger fight, but I think me and Dev is like the fight where I can establish who I am as a fighter.
The relationship between Stevenson and Mayweather extends well beyond professional admiration, with Shakur viewing Floyd as both mentor and close friend. Stevenson frequently credits Mayweather's guidance for his continued development as both an athlete and person, drawing from Floyd's vast experience to enhance his own career trajectory.
I feel as though I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
What's the sort of last couple from me? What's the sort of best bit of advice to give? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that. You've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's give you in this game?
A lot of advice he would give me is like boxing and everything. He always wanted to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I Floyd heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And you know what's even crazier? A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. He was comfortable. And I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side that I like.
Hey, everyone, we've got up in London, so we don't need to go into the fight too much. We'll be out there in Saudi Arabia and we'll catch up further then. Appreciate your time.
That's cool.
Oscar Valdez, currently holding the WBC super featherweight title, offered his perspective on the matchup dynamics. Although he acknowledges Stevenson's capabilities against Davis, Valdez ultimately considers Tank the more dangerous and skilled competitor.
Is Shakur the guy that beats Gervonta, in your opinion?
No, it's a tough one because Tank carries a punch, but if you're gonna knock somebody out, you gotta first hit him. And Shakur is very difficult to hit. He's always a step away. You know, Shakur. What can I say? People saw the fight. You know, I gave my best, and try to land those shots is not easy. And even if you land those shots, it's in a defensive way where he's kind of backing up, and you can't get him with a clean shot.
A victory over Davis would instantly transform Stevenson into boxing's next major attraction, providing him with worldwide recognition and pay-per-view stardom. Such a win would solidify his position among the sport's elite performers while generating massive financial opportunities and mainstream appeal.
Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star, but he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really.
Industry experts believe this fight is becoming increasingly realistic because traditional promotional obstacles that previously prevented major bouts are weakening significantly. The political barriers that once controlled boxing matchmaking appear less influential in today's landscape.
Now, so let me bridge into this conversation why I think this fight can happen. Because these guys' backing is gone. I mean, like, look at the people that have been really supporting and truly supporting behind the media push in boxing, behind a lot of the fights and a lot of the stuff over the last 10 years. It's Daniel Kinahan, the international crime boss, and his front man, my personal opinion, his front man, Turki Al-Sheikh, who put an aura of legitimacy around the actions of Daniel Kinahan, right? So now you see, but what happened to these guys? They're gone. They're gone. Daniel Kinahan got arrested after Mohammed bin Salman now says that he's going to be pulling his money from sports, like coincidentally, right? Coincidentally, the big money launderer, the big arms dealer, the big, DRUG dealer gets arrested right around the same time that these guys say, I don't think we can put this money through sports anymore.
Terence Crawford has lavished praise on Stevenson's exceptional technical abilities, particularly his defensive mastery and strategic intelligence. Crawford suggests that Stevenson's unique approach makes many fighters reluctant to engage with him, describing his style as virtually impossible to decode. Crawford emphasizes that Stevenson's movement, distance control, and precision create such a challenging puzzle that most opponents view him as extremely high risk with minimal reward potential.
There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that, just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming from.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on.
Greg Hackett, challenged the narrative that Davis is simply avoiding Stevenson, arguing the situation involves complex business considerations rather than fear. Hackett points to Davis pursuing lucrative crossover opportunities like the proposed Jake Paul fight as evidence of focusing on maximum revenue generation. He explains that promotional conflicts, network obligations, and strategic career planning often delay elite matchups regardless of fan demand, suggesting both fighters are following different professional trajectories that complicate negotiations.
Would you say number 2, not fight Shakur?
Yeah, he's saying he'll never fight Shakur, that he ain't gonna do him no favors, that he ain't gonna help him make no money because Shakur broke or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't get all that. That's, you know what I mean? That's against the game. Like, you know what I mean? You at least owe that fight for the game. You know what I mean? You owe the rematch to Lamont for the game. But you owe Shakur for the game just because of the 2 style matchups. You know what I mean? But if he feel like he don't gotta fight him, guess what? We can't sit here and just go crazy about it. But it is kind of crazy. It is kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? If he not gonna fight Shakur, and if he's standing on it like, I'm not ever gonna fight you, I'm not doing you no favors. All right. But then again, you know what? I don't know what them guys got going on. I don't know what they've been through personally. You know what I'm saying? But would I love to see that fight? Hell yeah, I would love to see that fight.
Boxing enthusiasts have consistently demanded the Davis-Stevenson fight, viewing it as the perfect clash between explosive power and technical brilliance. Stevenson has repeatedly stated his willingness to postpone other opportunities if Davis agrees to face him immediately, demonstrating his genuine desire for this particular matchup above all others.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight right now?
Man, Tank, disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
When Davis initially announced his Jake Paul bout, boxing fans reacted with widespread disappointment and harsh criticism. Social media exploded with accusations that Tank was choosing easy money over legitimate competition, particularly avoiding the dangerous Stevenson fight that the community desperately wanted to see. Critics argued that the Paul matchup represented a safe payday rather than a meaningful sporting challenge.
Are you shocked, Shakur? Obviously, you are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So.
You know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
Despite facing intense backlash for the Paul fight announcement, Davis remained completely unfazed by public criticism. At promotional events, he dismissed fan reactions and stated that he ignores social media noise and shifting public opinions. Davis emphasized that he makes career decisions based on business considerations rather than external pressure, telling critics to simply enjoy boxing without concerning themselves with his choices.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? Can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future, though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? What happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like, it turned from love to hate.
The Stevenson-Davis super fight continues generating enormous discussion despite remaining frustratingly elusive for boxing fans worldwide. Stevenson maintains that his technical superiority and ring intelligence would prevail in what he calls boxing's biggest potential matchup. While both fighters pursue separate career paths currently, the public demand and financial potential keep this dream fight alive in boxing conversations, though its actual realization remains uncertain.
The Shakur tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin tanks.
There's only one fight that is really
the one.
That, like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on. What's
like,
the fight?
My opinion, because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Can do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
Y'all, what you think? Like 147, 140?
Nah, hell no.
135?
35, 40, I don't know. I could see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
Yeah. I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too. So
What's your take on this potential matchup? Should Davis finally accept Stevenson's challenge? Share your predictions in the comments.